So you might say that these two make slightly strange bedfellows, but we beg to differ. You see, that is an out-and-out sports car, and that's why we're at the beautiful Buddh International Circuit. But this, the brand new 7 Series, a car that I first drove at a racetrack in the US last year, actually drives like a sports car on the track, believe it or not. It even has an M badge on it. So that is the litmus test, and we're here at the track to see if this baby can keep up with that. So we are first heading out in the Z4 to lay down the gauntlet and set the lap time for the 750i to match, or 750Li I should add. Now the Z4 is getting a little long in the tooth, but let's get a couple of things straight here. This is a proper sports car. It's got this massive elongated bonnet that stretches out ahead of me, which is a beautiful view when you're looking out the windshield. I feel like I'm sitting really far back in the car and sitting literally on top of the rear wheels. When the facelifted Z4 was launched or was showcased, the designer of this car said that it's a proper sports car or a proper sportster when you can put the window down, stick your hand out and actually be able to hold or stick your hand into the rear wheel arch. Then you know that it's got the proportions of a proper sports car. Very much in keeping with the essence behind the legendary E-Type. So it's got that long snout and it's got a squat sort of rear end. And of course it's rear wheel drive. It's light, it's pointy, it's not the sharpest thing in the world at the limit. It's happier when it's sort of cruising around at 8, 9 tenths, but it'll handle the Buddh International Circuit pretty well nonetheless. The 7-speed dual clutch transmission in this car can be a little bit clunky when you're going at slow speed, but on the limit at the track or even at speed on the road, this thing is just about near perfect. The engine, which produces 300 horsepower, 400 Nm of torque, just over 300 horsepower I should say, is the 3-liter twin turbo inline 6, which has won plenty of accolades in its time. It's won the International Engine of the Year award multiple times, and that's pretty prestigious stuff. So this car has a lot going for it. Its replacement is being developed by BMW with Toyota, and that is highly anticipated. But for the moment, what we have here is the Z4. We're just going to get in a banker lap. I say that as I go totally sideways through the first corner. I did tell you it was tail happy, didn't I? Good visibility in this car too. It's got a really steeply raked windshield. A-pillars are not too thick. No scuttle shake. The roof is up because it's better for the aerodynamics and presumably for the rigidity. Carry a little more speed into this corner and power out, up. 231.99 it is, folks. By the end of the third lap, the brakes are getting a little bit soft, although they were fine. But the engine approaching the rev limiter was just a little bit hesitant to rev all the way. It's a beautiful day, but it still is over 30 degrees centigrade, so you got to give the car a little bit of concession. Let's get back in the pits and see if the 750Li has an answer to the briskiness and the sportiness of the BMW Z4. Alright, 231.99 to beat as we head out in this beautiful luxury barge. I have to say that the old 7 Series was one of my favorite luxury cars because it shrinks around you and it drives like an absolute dream. But one of the penalties of that is that when you're on the road, and especially if the road surface is bad, the ride can tend to be a little bit harsh, and it can feel a little too driver focused, especially if you're lounging in the back. No such problems with this car. It ups the ante on the sporty element of the 7 Series, but it makes it even more comfortable than before. I mean, in fact, it takes it into a different league as far as comfort is concerned. So it's got this amazing duality about it, which is really, really hard to beat. Everything is becoming smart these days, right? From your smartphone to your smart television to your smart watch. I've got a Tissot T-Race touch here to help me lap or track the lap times along with our V-Box, and so are your luxury cars. Let's start pushing this a little bit and see what it feels like. Traction control is turned off, but I can still feel the brakes tugging a little bit at the wheels, because obviously this car is, it might be light because they call it a carbon shell. It's got a lot of elements of carbon fiber which BMW's learned with the I program, and that keeps the weight low, especially the center of gravity low, because a lot of the elements in the roof and the structure are carbon fiber. So it keeps the center of gravity down, which improves the handling. So anyway, it's light, but it still weighs 2 tons, don't get me wrong. 4.4 litre V8 producing 450 horsepower, some 600 odd Nm of torque. It is an absolute monster. Beautiful ZF 8-speed gearbox, which is incredibly responsive. Alright, let me set my T-Race. Let's brake really, really early this time around. And see if we can make the apex. We can. And it just launches out of the first corner. Let's try and get in a really clean lap. Be mindful of the fact that you can only cheat the laws of physics to a certain extent. What a phenomenal engine! What an absolute great engine! Let's get it slowed down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just feed in the power, hang the tail out, get onto the front straight, I'm sorry, but we're not going to be able to beat, 232.8, that's pretty good. Let's see if we can get a little bit better. Because this car inspires so much confidence, it just makes you believe that it's so much smaller and so much more chuckable than it really is. But at the end of the day, it's a big, massive luxury sedan, not to forget. I think we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Come on! Yes! 1.1 seconds faster than the sports car. This car is just absolutely sensational. Not only does it look fantastic, and it's like a throne unlike any other back there, but sitting in the driver's seat of a big, massive luxury sedan, when you've had an absolutely fantastic board meeting and you want to ask the chauffeur to step aside, you want to get into the driver's seat and have a little bit of fun on your way back home, you can absolutely 100% completely do so in this machine. This is duality in that sense.